One infiltrator coming in with half health, but he got a little bit of coverage. There's a nice nade by Puda. Take it out too. Here we go. Here's an attempt for a disarm. Nades are coming in, and the engineer is still alive. No, he doesn't see the second grenade. He's back up though. Oh, he's taken out again. He's taken out again.
Look at that throw.
Jesus.
51 kills.
51 kills.
Fate's got to get a plant here, no problem. They took that room over right away.
It's Vector. That's a medic.
Poseidon.
Oh, he's taken down. They're going to continue the disarm. No, frag grenade from Poseidon. Holy balls. Oh my god. Did he? I think he gibbed. I think he gibbed. Oh my god. What a nade. What a nade.
That's it right there. Indeed, what a nade.
The Titan's got 1 health. Come on, just shoot it. Just, like, breathe on it, piss on it, something. And he's about to repair. Oh my god, this thing is... Oh, it's unstoppable. Transfer is unstoppable.
I'm gonna rape ESM on Sunday.
Alright.
I really hope that wasn't live.
What a nice opening, Rain, thanks.
Oh, are we live?
Oh my
Yes.
god, man. Jackass, jackass.
I told you we were live like a minute ago.
Good evening, folks. This is GreasedScotsman from Enemy Territory.tv, bringing you continuing coverage of the TGL 5v5 Infantry Only Week 8 lineup. Tonight we have Jerky Boys facing off against the Rock on Refinery. Jerky Boys, I'm not joking. Jerky Boys is currently ranked 11th with a record of 3-4. Their opponents sport a record of 2-5. Jerky's wins were versus Warrior Nation. Okay. Jerky's wins were versus Warrior Nation, Widowmakers and Goons, while the Rock's wins were against Warrior Nation and Inexpendable Assassins. So, both teams have played and conquered a few of the same foes. However, both teams have also fallen to Armory and Project Malice. In other words, I think we'll see a very tight matchup tonight. Now, with me in the virtual studios is a gaggle of geeky guys. How you doing, guys? Go ahead and sound off.
This is Lumberwings from the Rock, sounding in from Northern California right now. But I'd like to change the locations to go to the moon every now and again as well.
Alrighty, this is Rain from Project Malice. Welcome. Sorry about the beginning. Grease toyed with me. And yeah.
I think I hit start broadcast right when you're saying something about ravaging.
Let's move on. So, how is everyone doing tonight?
We're being joined by a couple of folks who are gonna be playing tonight. Why don't you guys say hi?
Sup, this is Lumberwings from the Rock. And I'm Johnny Mac. Sorry about that. And I'm Johnny Mac from the Jerky Boys.
All right. So yeah, have you guys what has your practice schedule been like for getting ready for a refinery, especially in an infantry only situation? Not all
I'll let you do that. Well, practice for the Rock is kind of sketch and go. A lot of our members get very busy all the time. I've been having a couple issues at home to deal with, so we actually just got in all the practice we had all week and half an hour ago. But normally we try and get on about 3 nights a week and practice the map, develop different strats, and talk with the different teams about what they think would work or not. With infantry only, really what you got to consider is travel time in between objective places, because you really don't think about it, but when you're playing non-infantry only, you have Huskies or Armadillos or whatever else, then it works very well.
Now, how do you think that affects your play having to travel so much in infantry only?
It just means it's a little different, because once you get from A to B, you need to do a better job of actually staying alive, because if you don't, then it's just going to take that extra 30 seconds to get back there instead of an extra 5, so it really affects the overall map time to finish the map in the first place, which can severely affect how long you have to defend it.
Are you playing from a factory?
I'm playing from a shitty microphone developed by Microsoft in my room.
Okay.
Alright, so, Johnny Mac, now, what is, do you think that this is going to turn out differently on Refinery? I mean, this is an MCP map, and like he said, like Lemmywing said, it's a long way to travel in the first phase, and to the second phase too. If you don't get the forward spawn, what is your take on that?
I have to agree with Lemmywings because it's a long period for you guys to walk, run, whatever the case is, and stuff like that. If they had vehicles, it'd be much faster and probably a little bit easier to take the hotel spawn. But, you know, as they say, if there's a will, there's a way. You gotta do what you have to do, whether it's by force or just flanking it.
Yeah, one of the most essential things for my team to learn, because our entire team is composed of newer players, myself included. I mean, I only started playing competition at the start of the Starters Tournament in February, and I had never even heard of strafe jumping before then, so that was the first thing I needed to do with everyone, especially because it's infantry only, is learn how to do the strafe jumping, because without it, it just takes way too long to get anywhere.
Now, did you happen to watch any instructional videos to harness and hone your technique?
Nope, I just had I had one angry German guy yell at me, "Line! Wrong!"
I'm in the
same
I'm in the same boat. I didn't really look at the instruction things. I mean, I used to play Enemy Territory and Return to Castle Wolfenstein.
You guys are totally missing it here. I was trying to pat myself on my own back. I did a little project with Dark Angel and Iffy from ETTV for newbies, and we put together a trick jumping for newbies.
Yeah, that was a great.
I watched that video after I learned how to do it.
You did not help to stroke my ego. I'm very upset.
Well, if you want me to stroke your ego, all you need to do is give me an address and money for a plane ticket.
Ooh, done it,
Alrighty,
big guy.
so new subject. Let's move on from the love story here. Now, Johnny Mac, Johnny, do you think that it plays into your strengths to have to run such a distance, or do you think it plays into your strength? Okay, which do you think your team is built better for? The long running and picking people off, or the close quarters battle?
I think we're better off with the short combat. Usually, in the past we've had trouble adjusting, going from long phases. So that's one of the points that we've been practicing the past couple of weeks for this match. We've actually been screaming against the multiple teams, seeing if our strategy works and enhancing it, and pretty much changing it if it needs to be altered.
That's great. Now I have actually one more question for you before we go to Lemmywings and then to the game. Do you believe that, I know the Jerky Boys have had trouble in the past with their player base and the activity within it. Do you guys think you guys are growing more and getting better at that?
I've actually noticed a good difference, a good improvement with our lower rank people. Obviously, we're very big in age. I think I'm the youngest one at 24, and our oldest one is 40. So work sometimes plays a factor, significant others. Some days we have 5 people, other days we have 3. But whenever we get 6 people...
Let me ask you this, have you guys gotten any new players recently at all?
We have acquired one person. His name is Commodus. He's actually...
I remember he tried out for our team too.
Yeah, I kind of saw that on your forums. We've actually been helping him out with his combat skills. Prior to us, he's been more of a supplementary person, defensive, but we've tried to enhance his combat skills. That's probably the one big focus that we've been doing the past couple of weeks.
Okay, that's great.
Well, since we are now about 10 minutes over here, why don't we send you guys off and wish you luck and happy fragging, all right? Let's get us some Quake Wars on.
Yeah, all I gotta pray for is some railguns to the face, and that'll make my day.
Toasty!
No Mortal Kombat references.
Aw, man.
That's what I thought of too, from Sega Genesis. Hell yeah.
Hell, the only reason I knew about it is because I saw it in Step Mania, and then I looked it up.
Wow.
These youngins.
Hey, don't get me started. My family never let me own the console as a kid. That's why I play computer games in the first place.
All right. Well, hey, that's good. Go ahead and hop out, and let's get this thing going. I'm itching to get my Quake Wars fix.
All right, guys. So I hope I give you a good show here, even though my ping blows balls. But happy viewing.
Thanks for coming,
All
guys.
right, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Later.
Oh man, I got to start a fan club for that guy. That was good stuff.
Indeed, it was a unique interview.
All right, so yeah, I think even though these teams don't have the best standing, I think what we will see is a pretty tight matchup, given their past records and who they've beat and who they've lost to. So yeah, I'm hoping that I think last night we saw, with the exception of that middle phase where exclamation got stuck with the MCP for a while, we saw Quake Wars at some of its finest. Exclamation and ESM, but then you also have teams that are still improving their skills, still kind of getting a handle on competition, but really able to bring it, and I'm hoping we'll see that tonight.
Well, yeah, for sure.
So,
I mean, Jerky Boys are one of those teams, and the Rock. I mean, I don't know if they still are, but they were second place in the starters tournament, and I do hope that both of those teams rise to become better. I know Jerky Boys, the only thing holding them back is their activity and their player base, which is why I spoke to Johnny Mac about it. They have experience and they have skill. I remember I have a history with Jerky Boys because Jerky Boys and Project Malice was the first game between both of us ever, because Project Malice was formed for this game only, and it's just we season 1 of Cal week 1, and it was a great matchup. Project Malice went 4-0, and I just go back to them.
Greased, I got a question for you, man. Who are you feeling has got the upper hand here today?
I honestly don't know. And part of that's because I have played against the Rock, but it was when the Rock was a very different team. And then I don't think... I think I've played maybe one game with Beef Missile. I love that
I know,
name.
don't worry about it. Like I said, at the first match, I cracked my ass off when I saw those names.
Yeah, so I mean, I've played against Beef Missile, but I think that's it. And so I have this enormous question mark for both teams, and so basically I have to say, fuck if I know.
Alright, is this underway yet? I see 5 people on each side.
Yeah, we're just waiting on F3s, and it looks like we're just waiting on 3 guys to press F3.
Let's divert the topic here while we're waiting then. I know that playoffs are nearing here, and according to the seeding, this is, and thanks Johnny Mac for that post in the community forums, that was a great help to some people that didn't know about it. But according to the seeding, this week, the matches for the playoffs on sewers will be the number 1 seed versus the 8 seed, which is ESM versus Project Malice, and then it will be the 2nd seed versus the 7th seed, which is Fate.
Hang on, Ren, I gotta interrupt you because we're going live in 5 seconds.
We'll continue this during the rounds.
Now 5v5 infantry only here on Refinery. This is something I've noticed is really different in this infantry only, and even pro mod is a huge use of sniper rifles. And and the covert ops kits. You really don't see quite as many covert ops kits in regular games, but they run a fair majority of covert ops on both offense and defense. Actually, as I said that, only both teams are using one covert ops. Usually they'll run a little bit more than that.
Right, and in fact, the layout right here is 3 engineers for GDF, 1 Covey, and 1 soldier. They're not sporting any medics at all. And then Strog are sporting 1 constructor, a pair of oppressors, 1 aggressor, and 1 infiltrator.
This MCP is coming in unopposed. It's
just
almost
rolling
there.
through. There's only 1 AVT. AVT standing in the way. Maybe a. There's a mine blow. There's a scrambler grenade, and the MCP is disabled. So yeah, the job is done here. Now let's see if the engineers can get it repaired up. Repair's getting in. It's repaired. It's full. They're not back inside. The engineer's killed, but no, it's deployed. And actually, there was a EMP grenade tossed on the AVT at the last second there. So yes, the MCP has been deployed. 18 minutes and 28 seconds.
I do have to say that violator.
We already have the hotel spawn captured.
Oh wow, that was quick.
Nice forward thinking there by the GDF.
Thanks for it.
And it was a covert op, so he'll also be very close in order to start hacking on this thing.
Yeah,
Let's see if the Strog get back in time.
Definitely.
There's only 1 Strog at the objective.
You got the feeling that that Jerk has a pretty well-developed strat for this map. They're thinking of the whole battle going on right now, which is something we haven't quite seen yet from the Rock.
Well, here comes 1 Covey over top the. There he goes. He begins the hack. He's dodging bullets.
I just want to mention real fast, just like we were just talking to Johnny about their new player, and we see him right here, Commodus. Let's see how he performs.
Was that an airstrike? I do not. Must have been a bad one.
Well, it seems to me, yeah, it was an airstrike and some smoke on the left side. I'm sorry. And there's another thing we can see. Party right here is he's wailing away with that hyper blaster, and that's changing in 0.5 Pro mod.
Got a pair of GDF on the roof here. Covey's dropping in. It's Commodus. He gets the touch.
Oh, he snuck right in there. Doesn't see him. It's 50% hack. That was real quick and sneaky. Frag grenade by Beef Missile. That was nice. Taking out the hyper blaster. And they're all over the rooftop. Airstrike coming in.
Here comes an airstrike. I think it's going to be canceled by the roof.
Canceled.
Yeah, it was canceled by the roof here.
That's the second canceled. He needs to learn how to throw a damn airstrike.
That's pretty accurate though, right? Seems like the gate was blown on the right side too.
Look at where the Cyclops was positioned. That's what's that about? Or is that my game being out of sync? That's I hate that. Anyway, yeah, I just happened to see it. We got a hack going on this objective.
Oh yeah, 90% by the looks of it, 80%.
They've got to watch that perimeter. They're gonna keep getting taps, and they're pushing through again.
Yeah, Commodus so far has been real
They do have a guy in. They do have a guy in the guard tower using that mounted MG, so that's kind of interesting.
Jerky Boys have a really good push going together. They're using great teamwork. They're pushing at the exact same time. And oh wait, I see that Cyclops too.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
It's very weird.
Where is this Cyclops?
It's on the left side.
There's another hack. Another touch on the hack. It's going up. Another tap on it. Commodus gets in there and finishes off the hack in 15 minutes and 40 seconds.
This rookie player is coming in and making some clutch plays on the second objective.
For sure. He seems very smart. And he's sneaky too. I haven't seen him go around or anything.
Alright, it's 15 minutes. We're on the last objective. Oh, the Rock. It's 2 Gibbs there on the SSM.
That's going to hurt them big time.
Now let's see what Jerky Boys are going to do here. They're going to take the vents. They're just going to go straight in through the front. Seems like
the lineup here on GDF, 3 meds and a pair of soldiers, Beef Missile and Spooch. Your love monkeys are your soldiers.
Alright, we got 2 going in through the front, 1 going up the vent. No, 2 going up the vents to try to sneak in at the same time.
Spooch is going up the ladder. Very nice.
Yeah.
Although
Great strat.
They already got guys down south too. GPMG takes out their hyper blaster. He's moving to the southern point right now.
Now let's see if
he's
Mule
not
just drops out
not
the
checking
same.
for mines though. He's planning on south. Beef Missile's planning on south.
Oh,
He's about to get shot.
back-raged.
No, he's got coverage.
Oh,
Commodus
Commodus.
saves his soldier's ass. Nice job by Commodus.
Beef
Oh,
Missile's got a
nice.
nice
He's
shot.
covered.
They got their Hyper
Yeah,
Blaster
for sure.
again.
He's covered on himself.
So yes,
They're gonna
this-
need some more people back there if they.
South is ticking away.
Now remember, everyone, they need both of these objectives blown to win, not just one of them. So the Rock can completely cover north and disregard south, which it seems like they're doing to win. I'm
But
sorry,
for 14 minutes, that's going to be rough.
Yeah, for sure.
And
look,
yeah, so they're
GDSR
definitely going to get south.
Stooge is up there.
No one's going to try to
Yeah.
get that.
Taking out people with his rocket launcher. He's got his.
He's all
He
MG
goes
on
down to a lacerator by Lemon Winks.
And look at that,
And
you
so the
watch the spawn
Strogger-
timer. They all spawn together.
Here we
See
go.
what
We got Commodus and Beef Missile working together in tandem. Coming up around their back.
God, it's so hard to find a good camera angle in this
Oh,
freaking
we
room.
got three. Alright, they're all meeting up on the back by the Strog
Yeah.
spawn area. All five
You know, this is
GDF
what I'm
guys.
saying. They have great teamwork. They really do.
Look at that. Rocket shots coming in, trying to get some splash damage.
Beef Missile taking two
GPMG
people out.
is raging.
Here they come.
Alright.
They're sending in their soldiers first. I don't know if that's a good idea. Although it's going to pay off here. They've just cleared out this upper rung. We got a plant going in, spawn host, but it's too late. Spooge gets the first plant. Yeah. Is 98 is still alive.
Oh,
He's
raging.
cleared out
98.
almost everything. Did he clear everything
got
out?
a
He's got
disarm.
a chance to disarm. No, there's a rocket shot from Spooge. Shuts him down.
Look at him sitting
That
in
was a
corner.
clutch, but he is one of their two constructors, and he was gibbed right there.
And that has given GDF time to get back in here. They're going to have to double up on this thing.
Oh.
They're not going to be able to
See if
double up.
they'll
It's
make it.
too late, I think. Yes!
Oh.
The North Joint Filter goes down.
7
Blazing time
minutes,
set.
48 seconds. That's nice. That's
Yeah,
nice.
7:46 is the official time to beat.
That was just great by the Jerky Boys. I mean, great teamwork. They pushed together. They didn't go in one by one, which is, you know, a team that's just developing. That's a common mistake, but they're not developing. Like I said, they have experience and they have skill, and they really utilize it there. And Commodus seems like a big asset to them as he was all over those objectives. And Beef Missile really performed well too with that GPMG. Now, while we're waiting for people to ready up here, let's go back to that playoff topic. ESM will face Project Malice this Sunday on Sewers. Fate will face Team Crossbreed. Nemesis will face The Exclamation. Fragapalooza will face Silent Service, that should be the match of the week, considering Fragapalooza just beat Silent Service 4-0 this Sunday. And they're gonna
I was amazed at that. I mean, I expected that to at least be a 4-2 situation, but shit.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting that too, but they definitely, I mean, Fragapalooza, they scrimmed their asses off. I mean, even with their LAN coming up, Fragapalooza, www.fragapalooza.com, it's the biggest LAN in Canada, supposedly. I don't live in Canada, but I hear it is. And, you know, they've been setting it up, and they still were able to get that much practice in and still outperform Silent Service. And props to them, man. Really, the props. And I'm sure Blaze was a great asset to them because he is a long-range player, and Refinery in the first phase is a long-range map. So, you know, props to Fragapalooza.
Alright, so we're waiting on one guy from the Rock to find his F3 button, and hopefully it won't take him too long to do so. There we go. All right, he does hit the button. We're going live in 10 seconds.
I don't know if many teams know this either. You can just type in ready team in the console and just go.
Yes, that's true. And actually, you can even lock your team once you have it in place, so that you don't have nukes like my fellow clanmate Don Mafia. I think I mentioned last night. He has a tendency to hit his team switch binds. So, yeah. He sometimes hops over to the other team when he least expects it. Alright, so yes, we are live here. 7 minutes and 26 seconds remaining, thanks to that blazing time set by Jerky Boys. MCP is dropped into place.
We've got the hyper spamming down the left side. I guess they're just afraid of those snipers, and there he goes.
And you know what I find really amusing is that both teams have been driving the MCP first person. And I don't think I've driven the MCP first person in a long time. So I just find that cool.
I agree with you. It's kind of odd, but I think they're afraid because you can't shoot in third person anymore.
Oh yeah, true. All right, MCP is dropping into place here. It's heading straight for the outpost, and it's disabled. And let's see. It looks like engineers are running around, not quite dead yet. Yes, the engineer goes down. So Jerky Boys have secured the MCP for the time being.
Look at this. I want to emphasize how great of teamwork this is. They surrounded the rear of the MCP instead of just sitting there waiting for it to be enabled again. Great teamwork, great strat. Good job, Jerky Boys. Something therock failed to do. And Beef Missile's just sitting back there wailing away with that hyper blaster.
Yeah.
He's a beast. Can we agree?
I would agree.
Well, Liz, we got engineer sneaking around the right side of our people, trying to flank him. Can he get to do it? No.
No, but he took him down to 11 health. He's got a technician nearby, though. Yeah, and Beef is keeping his hyper blaster spun up. His trigger finger's a little bit itchy, actually. And he's letting off shots every now and then. Now, the GDF are just kind of streaming in one by one, and that's not going to do a damn thing for them.
Except for that.
Although Lemmingwings did get into the MCP. But he hops out and dives to a proxy mine. And then the field ops nearby. Looks like we had somebody time out there.
Yeah, yes. I mean, either way, it wasn't going good for the Rock. They were going in there like lemmings, and they weren't even. It was very disorganized, just running in there trying to get the build. But it's not like you can get a tap on the objective. You know, you need to fully build it and for it to move. You know, you need teamwork for that.
Right, and you know, I was kind of surprised. I mean, you know, that field ops ran into a crowd of 3 straw. You think that he would have tossed his vampire marker at that AVT at the very least. To provide a window of opportunity, because if he hit his marker properly, then he takes out the AVT and provides a window of however many seconds it takes to redeploy. So, but that did not happen. The field ops went down in a blaze of glory.
I have a question. Is this a bug for you, or is it client side? Because it says 0 seconds remaining. Now, is this a TV?
Yeah, it's a. I don't know if it's a bug or whatever, but we did find out last night because we had several pauses during the ESN exclamation match. We did not have any crashes, so let's keep our fingers crossed that we'll have that happening tonight. Because, by the way, guys, as far as I know, we only have one TV server pointed at this match. So, yeah, if this one goes down, we'll let you know as soon as it comes back up.
I'm watching it go down in 30 seconds. I mean... a lot of things that I liked about 0.52 ETTV Pro version 0.5 that was just released today. Go download it if you don't have it. It's
it hasn't been officially approved, right?
No, we are working on approving it in TGL and the rest of the leagues. It's going to be definitely in Season 2 for all the leagues, but right now as of playoffs, we are considering putting it in. I myself voted on yes because I think it's a huge thing because it fixed many bugs. Many major issues such as the GPMG, Hyper Blaster, and Shotgun all being super accurate because it's a bug. It wasn't meant to happen. It was not intended. It was a bug that, you know, just, it's complicated if I talk technically, but basically it's a bug and it's fixed. So all the hyper blasters, GPMG shotguns, all back to vanilla, and you know, we're good to go on that. So I definitely think 0.5 is a good idea to switch to now.
All right, it looks like therock has brought in a substitute for the guy that disconnected. So we're looking at Pretty Lush, I think. Yeah, Pretty Lush is the replacement, and we are back underway here. 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. And
just get some again.
Wow, yeah.
Ready for it. Line them up. All right,
Yeah,
now let's see what.
He's just camping in this little house, and they can't get him out.
All right, it seems like therock is going to try to push together. I'm getting that hit from the respawn. Party gets taken out though.
Yeah. Well, and really, the way that he's shooting here, he lines up the guy, waits till he's about in range, then he crouches down so that he's just barely visible, and then he just lets his hyper blaster loose. If people are running into walls, then just spec somebody. Spec the player's point of view. It'll resync everything. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Oh, look at this. One guy almost gets up close to Beef Missile, but does not do the trick. He's still alive and kicking.
Great shooting by Jerky Boys. Look at that. Teamwork, shots, everything. They've got a complete set right here.
Yeah, 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. And yeah, GDF are really having a hard time getting anywhere close to this objective. I think right now it's just a matter of being a little bit better aim, and like you say, a little bit better teamwork and communication on the part of Jerky Boys.
Well, something I find really odd is they're running 3 techs, 1 engineer, obviously the rocket launcher and engineer are natural, but 3 techs is kind of odd. It's not that common.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, I think one of the things that really hurts you in this phase is running out of strength. And like one thing I've seen is like, you know, Beef Missile, he's been able to sit at that one spot because he's got a technician running to him every couple of, you know, maybe 30 seconds or so and tossing him Stroyant just to make sure that he's all stacked up. And then they've got spawn hosts all over this objective, so, you know, yeah, I mean, they're not going to have to run very far at all. They've basically taken away the biggest issue of infantry on a large map like this, the 5v5 infantry only. Now, see, right there, if I was Spooge, I might have tried to grab a spawn host if I didn't already have one, because there's like 6 up around him. And he's almost dead.
Yeah, and I guess it plays well into Jerky Boys' strat, too, because the Jerky Boys, all they're doing is just sitting there, you know, waiting for the rock to come to them and just wailing away. They're not making the mistake of going up there to the rock and trying to take them out, acting like it's just a pub.
Well, they're forward enough, though. I mean, it's there's one thing to like sit and wait, but you have to be, you know, forward to a certain point. And I think the kind of ground that they have set up here, the line that they're drawing, is far enough forward that they're cutting off the GDF before they even reach the objective. You know, but they're also not too far away from the objective that they can't collapse back on it. Now here, you know, they might be a little bit too far ahead right here. Like, if a GDF were smart, and if they went around into the urban areas and came up behind the AVT, they would have 1 Strog to get through. Because right now I'm seeing four Strog pretty far forward.
Well, the thing I'm seeing that therock is doing very poorly is adapting to a strat. They're not adapting to the Jerky Boys. They've kept the same classes, you know, the same strat. Let's run up there and try to kill. You can't do that, you know. If you're not going to get, if you didn't get through the first 3 times, you're not going to get there the next 20 times, you know.
Right. Yeah, totally agree. Again, Beef Missile just, wow, racking up the hyper blaster kills.
All right, now we've got 3 rock pushing up the middle of the street. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's not smart.
Yeah, there's one about to be cut down.
Oh,
no, actually, Lemmingwings survives.
Kills. Picking him off. They're trying to.
There he goes.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just too much terrain to cover out in the open.
All right. See, this is what I think is very wrong of therock. They're trying to basically, they're trying to spam. All right. They've got they're trying to spam down the middle of the street and cover and lay down suppressive fire, but you can't do that because they're just going to come to you. They got rooftops. They've got everything. They're just going to kill you right in the middle of the street. You can't do that. They're completely exposed. someone should at least go sniper, vampire, you know, something, change something up, just try it. Get nothing to lose now.
Yeah, and right now, you know, this is something I've been wanting to see for a long time. Spooge has pretty much attached himself at the hip to Beef Missile, and it's allowing Beef Missile to stay up. I mean, I don't think he's died this entire time. Now, yeah, Spooge did push up way too far. He was up by the guard tower. Yeah, that's a bit of a mistake, but on the other hand, you know, what are you going to do?
And what have they got to lose? 6 seconds, right?
Yeah, exactly.
and
Lemon Wings times out, but no big deal. Strong win, solid move by the Jerky Boys, solid hold. So most kills as expected. Most kills as expected.
Sure.
Beef Missile with 26. Most accurate is Party from the Rock, 29%, very nice. And then best light weapons is Protein Con, or something. Yeah, whatever that is. I don't know.
Which one? Oh, Protein Cannon. Good job.
Oh yeah, okay. Cannon, yeah, there we go. Well, it was ... on the leaderboard. What are you gonna do?
Right.
Apparently, the Jerky Boys are not a team for the 13 and under crowd.
Yeah. I mean, so far, Jerky Boys have excelled in all areas. I mean, no matter what team they were, let's say they're playing Fate tonight, you know, either way, they stuck together, and they really held to their strat, and they played well individually, too, and that's just how success rises. Just a great job by Jerky Boys, and now we're going to see the Rock go at a second attempt to hold the MCP. Now to drive the MCP into the outpost. Now I will give credit to the Rock, saying that they drove it into a bad place, you know, and it is a very tough place to get out of once you drive it into that area, because it plays really into the Strog's hands. So I know that my team has found themselves in that boat before, in that specific area, actually. So let's see if they can take another approach at it and go straight down the road, maybe, or try to basically avoid that disabling in that area.
Yeah, and I would have to say, I think, given what they were trying to do on foot for the last, 7 minutes of that match, taking the main road might actually be better for them, because, you're looking at, they seem to kind of want to do that anyway. And the MCP would at least provide them cover when they're running towards it.
Yeah, right.
But I'm really hoping we at least get past this MCP stage, because I want to see some other parts of the map. See what the Rock has planned for the hack objective and things like that.
Well, let's take a look at this. They're running something different, just like we told them. They shouldn't see. That's another thing too. They shouldn't adapt now, but at least they're going to adapt. They have now a covert, 3 engineers and 1 medic. Before they were running 3 medics and 2 engineers. So it's a big change up. Let's see how it helps them. I'm guessing Pretty Lush is going to snipe.
Yeah, and I think you definitely want to sport a sniper on this first phase. I mean, I can't see, unless you're planning for a basically a Zerg repair on the MCP, and you're going to drive like basically like the 2 medic 3 engineer build is perfect for you get your medic to drive. You put one of the engineers in the MG seat. When he comes under fire, he hops out of the MG seat. And then you have your engineers behind the MCP, Zerg repairing it. Then you have your medic trailing them, but far enough away from any sort of splash damage that he can revive anyone who goes down. And that can work. I mean, you can plow right through an AVT that way, no problem. It works great on 5v5 infantry. But if you're not going to do that, then that it's a waste of the build.
Well, here's a pretty luscious crash, so I'm guessing IS-90 is going to subform. But here's the thing. Okay, they changed their classes up. I guess they're not going to, it's not a final thing yet. We'll see by the end of the warm-up time. But I think that, they shouldn't run a sniper or anything in the first phase. Like you said, 3 engineers and 2 medics is perfect, as long as You know, they should adapt later on. If they're getting beat long range, get a sniper. You know, get a sniper, have the infantry move up, pick them off, and let's flank. And everything will work out great. But you can't just adapt before you need to adapt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it has to be something that you sort of plan to do so that everyone's in the right place and all that shit. I mean, it's. I mean, I would say the engineer Zerg is. Oops, I would say the engineer Zerg is really the kind of thing. All right, PB kick there. It's the kind of thing that you do for the first push, and if it doesn't work, then you have to have your plan B, which is a bit more flexible lineup. Where that's where you grab your sniper rifle, that's where you grab your GPMG, and of course the GPMG and the Hyper Blaster, it's almost as good as a fucking sniper rifle with the ET Pro. So.
Which might change this week.
All right, we're going live in 10 seconds, folks. Getting this thing underway. We've got the Rock on offense on GDF, and we've got El Durino, Is98 and Lemmy Winks, all as engineers. We got Pretty Lush as the covert ops, and Psycho Mantis as the medic.
All right, we've got us. Jerky boys all pushing up together, 5 of them, also pushing up towards the middle of the street. I'm guessing they're going to go in the same positions. But we've got Pretty Lush as a sniper here, and 3 engineers and a medic. Let's see how that turns out.
Oh, and as Backdraft correctly points out, we have no infiltrators and no oppressors. This is interesting. Are they going to give them the MCP? I mean, how the balls are they going to stop the MCP with that lineup on straw?
I mean, well, let's see what happens here.
It's just the AVT.
What
so
about the rocket launcher?
now, see, why in the hell did that guy not hop out of that MG nest? Oh well, that's okay.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. The Rock just made another mistake, going back to the same exact situation they were just in, and that they failed at. I mean, come on.
That's all right, dude. Teams got to learn. It's all right.
Let's see how it works out.
Guys, if you're seeing the MCP still at spawn, you need to spec first-person perspective for a few seconds. That will sync up your game with.
And look at the sniper, Pretty Lush, covering his teammates back. Lemmy Winks needs to repair now. And
he's trying to. He's waiting for it to be clear. There's one guy just trained on that door.
Yeah.
Waiting for him to hop out. He's staring at him.
We've got. Oh, there he goes. He goes down. Let's see if Pretty Lush can be a factor with that sniper. Better teamwork here by the Rock. Definitely seeing better teamwork.
They need to take out one guy. There we go. He's down. Getting the repair in. Oh, he's driving it forward. No, it's disabled again.
They need
Very close.
Get the ABT disabled ASAP.
Yeah. They need just an EMP grenade. Is all they need. All they need. Don't bother with an airstrike. Just EMP that shit. They already got the sniper. Already got the class. Nice job using the proxy mine to TK.
Alright, let's see.
They obviously don't understand that putting mines while the guy is in there will automatically detonate them.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, he doesn't even need to get out for that. Oh, he's finally killed. Lemmy Winks goes down. And now the mines will stay up. So, yeah. Yeah, just a tip for all you guys out there. If you just sit in the cockpit and you don't even have to leave it, you can stay in the protection of the cockpit. If a constructor is dumb enough to put a mine on the front of the MCP, it will blow up in his face. So, just a heads up.
Another MCP random tip is that whenever you're in the MCP, you always get out on the right side unless there's a building blocking that.
You mean left?
Yeah, that's what I meant. My bad.
Yes, and actually, it's actually pretty close to the little hatch on the MCP that almost looks like a door. So, if you ever want to, and here's an airstrike that should take out this AVT.
Yeah.
And yes, the AVT is disabled, but I'm sure there's going to be a constructor there. Yes, already replacing it. So they've got themselves about a 35-second window to repair. $16 minutes and 16 seconds remaining. Yes, there are hatches on both sides, but the one that you pop out of is the left, unless it's blocked by a wall. Like your left, as in if you're the driver. Just a heads up.
Yup, and we've got Lemmywings constructing the MG nest. So let's see how that turns out. Let's see if that plays into.
Yeah, but he didn't complete it.
Yeah.
It was just partially built.
I guess he changed his mind.
No, he got killed.
Oh yeah, that one too.
Look at that proxy mine TKing, but then Is98 seemed to hop out, I guess, and he's been spawn
The Rock
hosted.
needs to start
So.
shooting before they run up there. They really need to stop acting like they need a tap and really push together as a team with their firepower.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I'm still waiting for a team to fucking use the streets, come down Main Street over in between the GDF forward spawn on the hack objective and the outpost. Just come down there, and you're not going to have any opposition if you take all 5 of your guys, okay, and then you come up, because I mean obviously since you're not killing any straw, you're not going to have any spawns coming up behind you. There's nothing to worry about there. And that way, you know, the straw are going to be like, what the fuck? You know, where are these shots coming from? And I bet you it's going to pay off. Yeah, see, here we go.
Here's the thing. I see no issue. That's actually, that was actually Project Mouse's strat with the MCPs coming straight down the road. I see no issue with it. I really don't. I mean, it's quicker. The other team can't get the AVT up that quickly. And
Lemmywings takes out Commodus. Oh, but then he gets cut down himself by a beef missile. Yeah, this is pretty entertaining. How many times Mule Juice has put up these mines, and he's just put 2 up in a place that he can't. It's kind of hard to
try something different. Let's put it on the front. They can't get it.
Kind of entertaining. Yeah, they're actually. Yeah, well, it's actually considered kind of inside the model, so there's only one spot he can actually arm it from. He'd need to arm it on the leg of the mine, just in front of him. That's the part that's sticking out.
All right,
Lemmywings
is pushing up the right side, and Mule Juice is still just chilling with the mines. Let's see what he changes that.
He got it armed finally.
All right, we've got a Pretty Lush trying to pick the. I'm guessing that's a tech off.
El Dudorino is just hanging out here at the base. That's kind of interesting.
Alright, so we got a TK and
Here we
got
go.
a dead.
Three GDF on the way. They're
Alright,
not
let's see if we
strafe
get
jumping, so I'm going to point them to my strafe jumping tutorial at the end of this round. The sniper is in the guard tower. Now look at this. They've split up. They're not moving together.
Oh, we got
No.
Pretty Lush picking them off, supporting them here. Let's see. They need to get that AVT disabled.
Spooge is running. Engineers coming in. Dudorino and the medic
Hyper's almost dead.
coming in. Hyper Blaster is going to be able to flank them. Hyper Blaster needs to go down. Beef Missile's got about 20% health. They're not seeing Beef Missile.
Oh,
He's still alive. No, he's down. But no, yeah, the Strog swarm, and yeah, that they're going to get a revive for Beef Missile. And nice
Look
job,
at Pretty
Strog.
Lush's scope right now. Take a look at that. Tell me it's not a pretty sight. They had 3 Strog just lined up in his crosshairs right now, and he unfortunately wasn't able to take any of them out, but it was still a pretty good sight if you were pretty lucky. And it forced the Hyper Blaster to get out of the windows, so that's a good thing too.
Yeah, he's going after that Hyper again, waiting for him to poke his head out.
Yep. And look, we got Strog.
There we go. He got a nice shot on Beef Missile. And Beef Missile goes down. Pretty Lush takes him out. Spooge is pushed way up and did kill Pretty Lush.
Took out Pretty Lush, yeah.
Let's see if Beef Missile is going to get a revive here. Yeah, he's still waiting for a revive. And he's about to get it. Yeah, he's back on his feet. Back at full health. 11 minutes and 51 seconds remaining.
I mean, again, you know, this is a problem for the Rock, and they really should have changed the MCP route since it didn't work the first time, but, I mean, let's see if they can get it here at all and move on to the second phase and the third phase.
Well, okay, the problem I'm seeing is, you know, they're not using cover. You know, if you come all the way out from the GDF base, okay, and you make a hard right, and you go kind of like the route that the MCP takes, and then you go behind the walls, and then you're only exposed for a short distance between the walls and this little hill, and you can run behind the hill, and that keeps you out of the line of sight of where beef has been set up the entire fucking game. And that means that the first time you're going to run into any Strogg, Vampire TKs, both Vampire TKs the tosser, and 2 teammates. I think I might need to show them my how to aim your vampire tutorial video.
Alright, so, I don't know, man. Jerky boys are solid here, but the Rock just can't seem to capitalize. I mean, Jerky boys are definitely playing well. You've got to admit, they're playing great. But
yes.
The Rock isn't playing that well either, you know.
They're Jerky is sticking to their areas of influence. Their kind of zones, playing kind of zone defense type thing. But really, you know, because right here what I'm seeing is they have everything. Jerky has everything covered from sort of Beefy's point of view from these windows all the way over to the right, but they don't have anything covered to the far left.
Yeah, I see that. I mean, Beefy's just took a quick glance at it, but there's no one there.
Exactly, but if they use like that hillside for cover, if they use all the buildings on the far edge of the map for cover, they could get fairly close. They could get what they prefer, those close quarter battles, to happen for them. But as it is,
all right, let's take a look at this. The Rock is going the water route to the left, far left. Let's see if they can capitalize on it.
Speak of the devil. Pretty Lush is way over on the hillside here. Do you see where he's at? Way up on the hill. Do you see where he's at?
They're using their points now. They're playing very smart. Now
he's taken out.
Yeah. See, they pushed up individually, and that was smart. They were together for a short.
Although, look at this. Look at this back flanking. It doesn't pay off for them, but it was the most distracting push they've done in the last 8 minutes. So that was. Yeah. So we'll see if they can.
Get another pause.
Looks like we just lost one.
All right. So I think this is a great advantage to the Rock. Actually, they need to think about what they're doing. Calm down. You know, just say, listen, this is what needs to go down if we want to win it all. You know, we still have a chance here, but we need to do something. We need to change something up here, and they did. You know, it worked decently. They didn't work well as a team, and they got outshot in the when they went to the left side and flanked. But they need to really keep doing that, or they need to try to go in at different flanks and create crossfire.
Well, they need to practice that. They need to practice that. I mean, it was the right idea, just a little bit rusty execution, and that's probably because they haven't really done it before. But you know, we're seeing some flexibility here, and we saw how. I mean, it did open up some opportunities if they were able to capitalize. I think, you know, get their timing a little bit better together, and then the other thing they need to do is then not expose themselves so much so quickly. Like they could have, for example, instead of coming up out of that little ditch area by where the AVT has been deployed, you can get up on the. Well, you can also, you can go up the ramp, and that provides some cover. You can also get up on these buildings really easily, and those provide cover. You know, there are a couple of other options that they could have taken there, but definitely some mixing things up. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's something that they had. It seems like they haven't practiced and weren't ready for. You know.
All right, we're back underway. 8 minutes 44 seconds remaining. GDF still struggling with this MCP. Beef Missile really being a beast with his Hyper Blaster, as he has been all match long. Been greatly supported by his technicians. He's actually about to run out of strength. This will be interesting. Oh, look at that.
Taken down.
He's down to 5 rounds, and then boom, he's right there. His teammates are feeding him strength, and he's back up to 180 shots. Nice job by Jerky Boys.
What I really noticed here is the Rock is being outshot, not just outshot. It seems like the Rock isn't really able to kill anybody. it's a hyper or not. I mean, it's noticeable because you see them and you see them taking a very long time to kill one person, which isn't necessary. And they have so many text runs, they just keep healing each other and then fighting again, taking them out.
Now, Beef Missile goes down to Pretty Lush's sniper rifle, again, way over on that hill, but I don't think Pretty Lush knows that Beef Missile has a spawn host. Beef Missile's back at it again, he's almost got him, there he goes, and Pretty Lush goes down. Beef Missile spawn host for the win. And he's about to grab another one, yeah. So yeah, outstanding work by the technicians here. And it looks like...
I mean, we've got tutorials here by Grease too. Everybody should be watching those.
But yeah, I think we're looking at a little bit of a change up. I've noticed some different vectors of attack by the GDF, but nothing's really coming together for them. And to me, that kind of says that, you know, they're thinking on their feet, but they haven't really practiced alternatives. And so it's the kind of thing where, oh, look at that! An attempted a repair. An engineer got in there. He hops out and dies to a shrap grenade. You know, the timing of the rock.
They get in repair again.
Look at this.
Oh, he got in.
Yeah, he's inside.
Alright, let's see what happens here. Let's see right now, a vampire would work perfectly.
He's got 15 health. Yeah, they don't have that class on the roster though. That's gonna hurt. Now's the time. Oh no! There was a second mine. Holy crap!
Oh wait, they got him out again. Can they get the engineers up there before the tanks?
Yeah, the engineer's dead. And yeah, the proxy mine killed 2, but then he hopped out again, and there was a second mine, and he died to the second mine. Oh, Lemmingwinks got in. He hops out. Nades are being tossed. Lemmingwinks is just waiting, but Strager's just waiting at the door. Mine's going up on the MCP. It'll be detonated here. Boom! There's Mule Juice dying again. APT kills Lemmingwinks. But it's captured! Oh, it's captured! Oh my god, we're moving on to the hack phase. Yes! Yes!
Okay, so
oh, thank God.
We've got 3 culverts right now, 2 medics. Can they play well? I mean, they've got 5 minutes. They've got a lot of time here. They really do.
Yeah, they do, especially for 5v5 infantry.
Yeah, I mean, it's just gonna... We'll see how long the Jerky Boys are gonna take to get it. So
yeah, I mean, they have plenty of time to get the hack objective done. I don't know about this last 2 though.
Taking out the sneaky forward spawn guy. And we've got
we got an obliterator in this room.
Saved it.
Yeah, he kills everyone. Although we got a medic about to grab that forward spawn.
Yep, and we've got they're preparing for the generator now. They got some mines on the generator, and it seems like they're really getting ready for the push. They fell back on it, which was smart.
Generator? You mean the shield? Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Yes, it's a generator.
yeah. Sorry. For some reason, when you said generator, I was thinking of.
It's alright, buddy. It's alright.
Yeah.
Okay. So
we've been at that MCP objective so long, I forgot what the other objectives were. All right, we got Spooch on the roof with an obliterator. This is really interesting.
Pretty Lush playing very smartly right now, very wisely. Okay, we got another blitz on the roof, I believe. So Pretty Lush, he needs to really take them out. I mean, he's right there. Why doesn't he go around the left side where no one saw him? All right, they're taking advantage on the roof. They have to.
Pretty Lush. Gets taken out by that obliterator. Spooge is hiding, but the Covert Ops doesn't see him yet. Spooge is chasing down a guy. Covert Ops.
Reno needs to turn around.
Yeah, he just got chased down. Wow.
Alright, so we've got another big push right here by the rock. It seems like, so far, Pretty Lush has been their key player, in my opinion.
Nate's coming in. Spooge blows himself to hell and respawns.
Okay, it seems like it's pretty
Covert Ops coming in.
Nice EMP grenade.
Gets 2. Covert Ops dropping in. We got a first touch on the objective. Maybe?
Mines.
No. Oh, proxy mine.
Too, though.
but he
do we have
TKs.
another,
Hack is going in. Hack is going in. They gotta take out this one guy. Yeah, Pretty Lush is facing off against him. Does kill him. We're gonna finish off the hack here. Yes. Oh my God, he's taken out. Can we get the revive? Can we get the revive? Is he gibbed? Is he gibbed? Oh my God, yes, he's up. He's on his feet, and he's hacking. And yes, we're moving indoors. 2 minutes and 38 seconds remaining.
Right. They can definitely do this. They definitely can. Let's see if they sneak in quickly, though, and then they're gonna need to really work together well.
Strog got a good spawn though, so they will be able to set up mines and things like that. They're moving to north. Let's see if we have anyone going to south here. Beef is covering the front, what would be the GDF's right entrance. Yeah, and he's out there playing aggressive with that hyper blaster, trying to get shots on the GDF as they get inside. He's getting picked apart by long-range rifle fire. He's hurting 50%. He goes down to Psycho Mantis. Indoors, we got the technician creating spawn hosts at the front door. Oh, I don't think the GDF see this hyper blast coming in the back. Beef missile 4 in a row, taking out the entire GDF push. One frag grenade that was. Wow. Oh, here's a medic. Here's a medic to revive them all. Oh, keep reviving. Keep reviving.
Grenade.
Oh man. Oh shit. That's awesome. Deuterino coming in. Did he honestly just run past those guys with his knife out?
I thought I was bugging. I thought I was bugging. I saw that too.
All right. Yeah. Honestly, when you get your sound off. That's
Let's see if we can get him. He's getting mines. Nice frag. Mines get triggered. Plays in a GDF's hands. Let's see if
one medic up here. Spawn host going down, but he's killed. Technician's gonna be able to create another spawn host. Another proxy mine goes down.
GDF
Oh, the technician's about to die. No! Spooch survives. Yeah.
2 plants in 10 seconds.
Come on, guys, a moral victory. Get a plant on one of these things.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Great games, though.
All the oh yeah, they're south. They're gonna get south in time.
Got one. They're gonna get south. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's find the Strog is making a push to get it back though. Let's see.
It seems like they're going to, but I don't think they. Yeah, they have 2 constructors.
Yeah, they're going for a disarm. They got a plant on north, but
it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it was too late. But that is sort of a moral victory. You know, they can say that they at least planted on both objectives.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. And Lemming Winks killing himself with a frag grenade. TK grenade as the constructor tried to disarm the charge, and he would have had time to do it too. Oh, and we are getting a disarm, and they've got time to complete it too. And there it is, the Strog win. Most accurate, Pretty Lush, 30%, sporting the sniper rifle. We've got most kills, Beef Missile as expected with 33, including that awesome 4 in a row. A little bit of back rampage. The GDF weren't expecting him. And then best light weapons is Spooge from the Jerky Boys.
Now, who do you think was the Rock's key player in that, in your opinion?
Pretty Lush. I think that he distracted Beef Missile the most throughout the course of the match, which opened up the door for the engineers to do their work.
Well,
because
I don't think he just distracted them. I think he caused problems for them.
Okay, yeah, that works.
I mean, Pretty Lush played very well there, and he really separated himself from the team, in my opinion. I think he really took people out himself and didn't need the team to do it. You know what I mean? We were talking about those 1v1 shots, and Pretty Lush obviously has a better shot than the rest of his team, at least for what he's showing here, you know. I'm trying to start up Starters Tournament 2 here, and I know the Starters Tournament, there are some people right now on the TV server who participated in that, and I would like new teams to come into QW. This community can only grow, the competitive community, and right now with the pro mod and how great it's getting, it can only get better. So get these teams to come to Starters Tournament 2 and really participate in it. Only good things can happen. So Starters Tournament 2, there's also 3 leagues are starting next week. 4 leagues, I'm sorry. TGL, TWL, is it next week? Yeah. TGL, TWL, Cal, and STA. STA is hosting an infantry-only league, 5v5, and TWL is hosting a no heavy vehicles league, 6v6, something to try out there. It's supposed to be infantry and fast-paced with medium vehicles and light vehicles. Cal is doing a season 2 of 6v6 stopwatch. TGL is doing season 2 of 6v6 stopwatch after this, actually next week, while the 5v5 playoffs are still going on. And we should see how all those turn out. I mean, I hope the community does grow. And I hope people really do get more people into Stars to win more in the leagues. You just have to go in a pub server, have to advertise, listen, community, competitive, let's get in on it, we'd like it to grow. And Greased here has awesome videos to help the new teams out too.
Well, another thing to mention is that the chat's pretty entertaining. Another thing to mention is that last night we did a little podcast. Enemy Territory.tv did a little podcast, and we actually had our guests were representatives from all of the leagues, and we have them share some details about what all the various ladders and leagues would be for their particular season 2s and season 1s for a couple of them. And if anyone's interested in listening to that, if they missed the live broadcast, if you go to enemyterritory.tv /media, I think it's media.php or just /media, I can't remember. If you go to enemyterritory.tv on the front page, okay, yeah, /media.php, then you can check out the MP3 podcast of that broadcast, and you can listen to it at your own leisure. So yeah, check it out. All the details. We had a good time there. A lot of really cool guests, and we actually also had Johnny Mac here from the Jerky Boys. We had him talk about some of his predictions and insights into this TGL 5v5, and about who would be making it into the playoffs and what they needed to get there, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it was really good stuff.
We're still looking to hire people. Obviously, you don't get paid, but we are looking for some people to stream the video. It takes a powerful processor, or more powerful than mine at least, and dual core is preferred.
I can't believe you game with the rig, man. The rig that you have, that would drive me insane. Of course,
yeah,
I specifically built my machine for this game. I had Quake Wars in mind when I built it. So.
Well, how slow is he going? I used to play it on a Pentium 4 at 2.4 gigahertz.
Oh my god. I would shoot myself in the balls if I had to play with it like that.
Hey, all I got to do was be a rocket soldier because my targets never moved.
Alright, so we have Lemmy Wings here from The Rock. So, what do you guys think your issue was in the third round, in the second round?
Second round, first half, we were very uncoordinated. People weren't sure what to do, and also weren't very. Wait.
Hang on a second. Wait. Hang on a second. Why are you here? Why are you not spamming F3?
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Go away.
All right, homos.
Let's just done smoking. We want this game to go.
Okay. Did you guys enjoy the MCP shenanigans, though?
Yes, we have. Thank you. Although I will say this: stop hopping out so damn early. You're hopping out too early. Oh, and one more thing. By the way, you don't have to get out of the MCP to detonate the mines. If you're in the driver's seat, they will blow up. So you just let mules just keep putting those mines up. Of course, I guess you can't anymore. But
okay, enough tampering with the goodness here. Let's go.
But yeah, you don't have to hop out of the MCP for them to detonate. Now go away.
No, the point of doing that was getting them to detonate to get team kills.
No,
right,
I'm saying you don't have to get out. They will detonate as soon as they are armed.
Yeah.
You don't have to get out.
They'll explode.
Now go away. Go play the game.
Yeah,
I'm playing the game. You guys are the ones on lag.
Well, then we're gonna kick you off of the vent.
Go for it.
Rain, if you will.
Lemmy Wings has
Okay,
left the
so
server.
let's move on.
Right,
Let's
there we
hopefully get those F3s going.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, I mean,
why the hell
he
would
is
some
something
guy hop on
special.
here before the match is over?
know.
Not readied. Jeez.
Unique, right? Like I said.
You know, apparently doesn't understand that we're here to watch the game, not the fucking warm-up screen.
Hey guys, how you doing? So what's going on today, dude? Let's All right.
There we go. All right, we're
underway.
going live in 10. And we've got a 20-minute time to beat because Jerky Boys held the rock for a full 20. And we will be going live right now. Looks like we got Commodus as a sniper. Johnny Mac will be driving the MCP today.
Alright, now
And again,
let's
first
see
person.
if the Jerky Boys can show the rock how it's done. We've got Johnny Mac, yes, and then okay, is he driving up the wall?
No, MCP. Well, actually, he is driving up a tree.
Yeah, he is. I wasn't wrong. Okay, let's go to the right side.
But yeah, I mean, I often do that cut across too, because if you're on Strog and you're watching, if you're on Strog and you're watching the little icon waypoint indicator, then that can kind of throw you off there. Yeah, he's going to wait for that violator to end, and actually it's going to cinch him a little bit here. Yeah, he's going to back up and take minimal damage. He's back underway. What we really need
this
here.
is smart driving right here. He's evading. He's not really trying to go for time because he knows he has time.
And now he's going to push. Now see here, if he was smart. Oh, there's a nice scrambler grenade that will disable the MCP. Nice work with that grenade. I would not have tossed the second one. Yeah.
Oh, look at that teamwork.
Look at that repair though. Johnny Mac. Wait. Oh. Wait a minute, he TK'd a teammate with the MCP, that's what that was. He hops out, he's getting repair on it, no one is killing him. Where's the Strog? Where's the Strog? This thing is repaired, it's going forward,
They're making the rookie mistake that we were talking about earlier. They're waiting for the MCP to get rebuilt to cover it. You can't do that.
Yeah, and he's gonna get it this time. No. Yeah, it's deployed.
Oh, yeah,
it's deployed. Okay. And yeah, he didn't need to move it forward, that's all.
We've got two coverts here, very odd. Two coverts, a violator, or I'm sorry, an oppressor, and two engineers, two constructors on the Strog side.
They haven't set up for the hack objective yet. Either that or they got the worst spawn wave timing in history.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Spooge plants at the barricade. GDF have what?
Okay, so what I'm saying.
GDF have a forward.
We got two techs. Alright, maybe. Alright, let's see what happens here.
Lemmingwings trying to grab it forward. Rocket launcher misses. Lemmingwings will be able to recover this spawn in just a second.
Commodus comes in. He's gonna go for the. Oh, he didn't even get the tap.
Yeah, Lemmingwings grabs the hotel spawn. Nice job. They had Spooge up there with a rocket launcher that could have shot into the spawn and killed Lemmingwings, but he just couldn't get the shot in time. Beef missile recaptures.
On the generator. But it's not helping. Alright, we've got
nades being tossed.
Nades. Oh! From the roof.
Spooge kills Duder. He's gonna go for another one.
Commodus is playing very smart, very wisely here. He's got smokes going down, and he's down.
Commodus is grabbing the objective. He's downed and good.
Nice Spooge with a rocket launcher into Lemmingwings' face. And they got a Jerky Boy pushing here.
Johnny Mac and Commodus are the covert ops. Beef Missile is a medic. Spooge is a rocket soldier, and Mule Juice is an engineer. It's kind of weird to have an engineer, I guess, just to slow down the spawn recapture.
I just think that he hasn't adjusted. I mean, actually, no. I actually play engineer on this phase too. The mines are a good asset when, especially with the far runtime, when you have to run away from spawn.
Well, actually, no, this makes sense, though. He is an engineer, and he's the guy that is in the mounted GPMG in the guard tower. So, you know, but, I mean, that kind of gives them coverage of that rooftop, if any Strog try to take the roof. And then, of course, it also means that he can, unless the Strogg take the barricade exit, he can cover the
actually,
spawn.
They have GDF now, or Jerky Boys. They took the exit.
Two on the roof. Beef Missile with a pair. Dies through Strap Nade. Commodus getting a build. Spooge is just behind him, tossing a nade. He did not get the kill with the nade. He's going to toss another one. He tosses another nade. He needs to kill one guy. Lemmingwinks up on the roof with him. Going back and forth. Johnny Mac got a revive. He's hacking the objective. Johnny Mac is hacking. Johnny Mac is... Got it up to 80% here. Nice job by Johnny Mac.
Yeah. Let's see if Jerky Boys can get another push here. It seems like they will.
Yeah, flyer drone buzzing around indoors. Spooge is going to get a touch at least. 95%. Nice job by Spooge. Frag grenade kill by Beef Missile. Beef Missile also assault rifle kill. He's still alive here. Here come the covert ops. Commodus taking the roof. He's cutting back over across, and he's about to drop in to finish off the hack, but it looks like Spooge will finish off the job for him. And we're going to have probably a respawn in just a second here. Yeah, there it is. 3 respawn by GDF. Commodus remains covert ops. That's interesting. I wonder what that purpose is.
Yeah, I mean...
Here comes... Commodus dies to the SSM.
Oh, no, they switched up.
Perfect
spawn.
Yeah.
2 medics, 3 soldiers. We've got Beef Missile, of course, running with a GPMG and a flyer drone, not taking anybody down. Lemmingwinks is trying to hold them up a little bit.
And he's taken down by Commodus.
Yeah.
Very forward work here by Pretty Lush, shutting down that forward push a little bit, at least breaking it up. Spooge is taking the vents here. He's about to drop in. I think he's waiting for communication from his team, because he is just now dropping in, deciding which way to go. Yeah, he's on his way. He's going to north. Spooge is going to north. I don't think any Stroggs see him yet. He's got one hyper blaster to get through. No. He gets flanked by a Psycho Mantis and gets taken down. Wow. So for a second there, he had things in the works. His buddy, his medic, was a little bit late to the party and is now in the vents. So that's a breakdown of teamwork there.
Let me get your analysis here. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think the outcome is going to be?
Oh, I would say they're going to plan on both within 5 minutes, but I think that we're seeing a much better stand here by the rock. They're not getting run over, so that's really cool.
Alright, look at this. You got 2 Jerky Boys, a soldier and a medic, rocket launcher in the vent. They're flanking the Strogg. Oh, not good. Just took out his own medic.
Oh my, that's yeah.
Not good. The rocket launcher is not necessary at that point. It looks like they're about to plan on the south. Rock is not there to cover.
Spooge is getting taken out though. Lemmingwinks to the rescue. He gets taken out. There is still a soldier alive. It looks like Beef Missile will finish off that plant. And honestly, he should plant one more of his own.
Yeah,
he's got time. Commodus is there to cover. And provide him with some meds.
I think a really big problem right now is Pretty Lush outside. He should not be outside. He should be inside trying to help his team disarm that. Either that, or maybe they're just going to go straight for north, which would be the wise thing to do, but it doesn't seem like they can hold him off. No one should be outside at this point.
And no Strogg are coming after south, so that's a done deal. We're moving on to north.
Spooge takes the vent. He surprises Psycho Mantis. Mule just comes with them. Flanks. Takes out Psycho Mantis. Revives.
I'm waiting for the action here in the actual north here. Oh man, Beef Missile, my lord. Look at that, that's the second GPMG kill. He's reloading, he's down to 12 shots.
Just waiting with his hyper blaster.
Yeah, he's about to face off here against Beef Missile. Beef Missile's going up top. He's going to try to flank. And he's coming across upper balcony. He's going to be able to bypass that hyper blaster. Oh, look at that. Rocket Soldier almost TKs. Rocket Soldier almost TKs him. He's going to go for the plant right here. Plant is going in. Plant's going in. And it is armed right now. And he's killed, but he did get the arm.
Too late. Just too late, man. Alright, let's see if Cheetah can get up there to cover it. And they can. It looks like they've secured it. No, they don't.
No, pair of lacerator frags. There's a medic coming in. No revive.
There's only one constructor on Strog's side right now.
They're disarming. They're disarming. No, nades are coming in.
Oh,
and oh my God, frag grenade takes out 3. Wow, that's a game saver right there.
Yeah.
That will do
He
it.
has proved to be an asset. My God.
And they're attempting a disarm, but it's too little, too late. 10 minutes and 13 seconds. This objective goes down, and the Jerky Boys walk away with a 4-0.
Now, great games here, and therock really put on a better match for us to watch later on in the game. So I think it was. Lemmy said that they practiced 30 minutes before the match, which is not good if you actually want to be a force in QW. And you know, it's just not. It's not gonna work that way. And I think if they practiced more, they would have put on a great match.
Well, they're complaining about ping, but you know,
it's irrelevant.
They could have had.
It's irrelevant.
They could have had fucking 0 pings, and they wouldn't have done better. No
one thing I want to point out is that Spooge, great job on that round with his accuracy, 39%. Nice.
Oh, very nice. Yeah.
It wasn't the lag that was the issue, or the ping. It was the fact that we were getting chop and disconnecting that was the issue. We would throw a grenade, then all of a sudden it wouldn't go around the corner to bounce off the wall and hit us in the face. That was the problem.
Well, okay, but I mean, you guys knew what the match server would be. You could have tested it out, so.
Actually,
well, either way, let's not discredit Jerky Boys. Okay, they played a great match. Give them the credit.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, great.
I'm not discrediting them at all. I'm saying they played great. I'm just saying the server chop sucked for me, anyways.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just saying to you that it is your responsibility as the team playing in a match to find out where the match will be played. If it's not your home server, then you want to find out what server it will be played on, and then you ask the server admin to give you some time on it so you can test out your connection. If your connection sucks, you go find a better one. It's that simple. But that said, you know, I think it was a good game. I think that you know, both teams had strengths and both teams had some weaknesses. I think one really big thorn in the Rock side tonight was Beef Missile. Because you know, Beef Missile from Jerky, he was just quite a little terror with that Hyper Blaster all night long. But let's see, who do we have with us here? Who are our guests for the post game?
Johnny Mac and Lemmy Winks.
Cool. All right. So how you guys doing? Why don't you chime in and talk a little bit about the match?
I'll let you guys go first.
Coordination's a big issue for our team. Coordination's always been a big issue for the Rock. We have a lot of trouble pushing together and staying coordinated. And there were some parts of it where I was getting very frustrated, like in the first half of the second round when we were on the attack, I was in the MCP keeping effectively 3 of their teammates distracted, and I couldn't understand why the other 4 of them weren't able to push together. Lush was out in the middle of nowhere trying to snipe them, but that wasn't going so great. And it's coordination and situational awareness that are our largest weaknesses.
Well, I see. I think that it took a while for Lush to kind of warm up and find a spot that was useful. But honestly, once he started to push himself out to that hillside, what that did was that forced Beef Missile out of his position, and that created opportunities for your engineers to get past him and to the MCP. So, and you know, again, I think it took way too long for that to happen, but once it did, things did kind of roll a little bit better for you guys. I totally agree about the coordination. I think there's definitely some work there that needs to happen. But you know, you guys did eventually put it together, and there's definitely some improvement throughout the course of tonight's match.
I just want to quickly say something about Beef Missile. Everybody's saying about his Hyper Blaster skills. His actual best weapon is actually the Lacerator.
Well, then you know what? He's a great player because he really proved to be an asset tonight, and I'm sure that he has proven that to you guys in other matches that we haven't seen. And another thing that I want to mention is, since we're on the topic of players, is Commodus. Great pickup.
Oh yeah, he's unbelievable. We're actually joking around with him, saying that we will change our name to Canadian Cox.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, if no one has ever noticed our names, we have Beef Missile, Protein Cannon, No Juice.
All allusions to various, yeah,
I think we have nomination for best names.
No, I think we don't need a nomination, bro.
Now, let's see. I guess with the Rock, for the first round, it seemed like things were pretty stagnant when you were on offense. But then towards the end, we started to see a little bit of life in terms of mixing things up and attacking from some different positions. Like my favorite attack, and even though it didn't work out, it had a lot of potential because it really scattered the Strogg for the first time, really in the entire match, where you had Pretty Lush up on the hill sniping. You had at least 2 guys coming up from around the Strogg spawn, that sort of crater dip in the road thing, where they had the AVT planted, and then I think you had like maybe one guy coming through the building or something like that. You know, that kind of multi-pronged attack, you know, it didn't work out because I think that you guys kind of exposed yourselves a little bit too much. I think if you had used cover a little bit more and started to take your shots and whittle down the Strogg before you were exposed, force the Strogg to try to find where the shots are coming from, but then basically have them face a situation where shots are coming from everywhere, then I think you would have busted through that entire defensive line and wouldn't have been able to repair the MCP right there. It didn't quite work out for you, but it was a great show of promise and potential in terms of being a little bit more flexible than what we had seen earlier in that night. So I'm really hoping that you guys, you know, take a look at you know, your demos, and then maybe if you listen to, because like Rain and I were commenting throughout the course of the shoutcast, you know, maybe listen to some of the things that we said, because I really see a lot of potential with, you know, the kind of stuff that we saw kind of evolve eventually over the course of the match. So I definitely want to see you guys play again and see what else you can put together.
We have been slowly improving throughout the tournament, but just the lineup's been way too unstable to get anything together. In addition to scheduling conflicts for practices, it makes it very difficult.
Oh yeah, I hear you, man.
I mean, because Deuterino basically started in just about every match we played, and then if you actually look at our roster, we've got about 13, 14 people signed up for the tournaments. I usually could field 5 or 6, maybe. And less than that showed the practices. So a lot of people signed up, said, oh, this is a great idea, and then a bunch of them jumped out, and then all the players that we had left were the ones who still wanted to do it. And Deuters actually was going to be a, he only signed up to be a secondary, like, well, maybe if you guys need help, I can show up, but he actually ended up starting in all the rounds, and he's happy that he did. He had a good time with it, but the unstable roster really was a thorn in the side.
Well, let me ask you a question here for the many people wondering, including me. You guys have how many members in total on the Rock?
With all the people that quit, we still about 40.
Okay, now what is the competition talks, let's say, in the Rock? Is anybody discussing to have more members in the competition team? I mean, you guys could really use even 40 players to choose from, to pick and choose from a crop. I mean, that's great.
We have a lot of really talented players on the team, or just in the clan in general. Gun in Hand's good, DM18's good, Mr. Nefarious is excellent, and a lot of others too. Tarlock isn't bad, but and Tim Hand's pretty good as well. The problem is none of them are interested in scrimming at all. The people who are interested in scrimming and come to scrims are mostly the newer players, and they have a fun time doing it, and I want to give them as much playtime as possible. But when everyone looks at the clan and says, wow, you guys have such a large clan, you have all these members, why can't you field a good team? It's like, guys, they're not interested in playing, and if they're not interested in playing, then what am I supposed to do? Go to their house, chain them to their computer, and say, play comp or I shoot your wife?
Yeah, that's
do it. Thought of that. Yeah. I mean, hopefully we can. Hopefully we can interest them more. I mean, we have a lot of leagues out there and a lot of choices now. And we have a tournament coming up next weekend. Signups end next weekend. It's just an all-weekend tournament, 2v2 CTF multi-demo. Maybe they can be interested just in that and move up on the chain. I mean, anything would be great.
It's just,
40 people.
Well, and the other thing I think about is that there are some ladders, especially TWL, things that are just a little bit more fun. You know, not a whole lot of pressure behind them. And so you can kind of think of them as, I mean, I know that when I was actually playing competitively with Exclamation, I kind of viewed the stuff we did with the TWL as kind of like fun that actually happened to be recorded somewhere. You know, fun where somebody actually kept score. Other than that, it was just another match with my buddies. But yeah, I mean, I totally understand. I mean, because we have people on the Exclamation that are not part of our scrim team, but we love them and they're part of the clan just as much as part of the clan as, you know, say Dom or Poseidon, and you know, so yeah, I totally understand. Not everybody wants to play competitively, and you know, there's no sense trying to twist anybody's arm over it. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, of course, it's a video game, you know. I mean, I just hope that more get interested in, with all the options out there, at least within the past month or two. Hopefully, people will get interested, because it seems like this game is trying to find where it's best at and where it can entertain people the most in competition. And hopefully we'll find that style.
Yeah, it's getting there pretty well. The biggest problem with, like I said, the large clan is the only reason it's so large is because the Rosier who was running the clan had a open doors recruitment drive to get us to 50 just so he could say he had the largest clan. So we got a lot of decent players, but we also got a lot of players who aren't extremely active. But the thing is we got players from all over the world, so some of them aren't on consistently, some of them are. Some are even in Europe. We have a couple of Euros as well. They're just recreational players, though. But the thing is it's hard to get a lot of people on there. The thing is, though, is the problem with having such a large clan is you'll see people on who are wearing your tags, and it's like, I've never even met you before. When you have a smaller clan, you know all your team players. It's like, hey, how's it going? I heard you got a new TV, whatever. But when you have a 40-person clan, you see people online, it's like, who the hell's this guy?
Yeah, we have 7 in our team. 6 who are actively on, and 1, due to his job, can't come on as often as he'd like. But he has the fire to play as much as often as he possibly can. He's like, hey, you know, Bear Crack, we need you Thursday. And he's like, Thursday, I could definitely be there. Yeah, so...
I'm sorry, go on.
No, I mean, that's the whole point of this.
Bear Crack, we need you on now.
Yeah, we have, like, running jokes. And, you know, like Lemmingwink said, it's a little bit easier to have a smaller group. But even us having 7, 8 members, we want to have a little bit more just so that we could practice amongst each other's. Sort of have like a A-B team, different combinations. And I'm sure with like most clans, that's what they pretty much want to have.
Yeah. You always chance to practice internally.
Yeah, I mean, see, that's actually different from Project Mouse. We discussed that, and we discussed going out there and recruiting more, but, you know, for the first time we were able to close our doors at 7 because we can get all 7 people on. You know, everybody's extremely dedicated, and we're really happy about that, and we finally found a place. For the past 2 seasons, we've had mixed rosters. We've had people leaving, people, you know, just randomly going away, and then us calling them up being like, where are you? And them going, oh, my roommate kicked me out of my house. And, you know, now we found a solid base, and once you find that solid base, it really helps out, especially when we have 7 people, and you can discuss things, and you really get the chemistry going. You really know what your teammate's going to do next, and you can really get that team play down.
Now, I guess, do either of you guys have any other comments about the match at hand, or do you have any shout-outs you'd like to give to fellow team members, or any shit talking or anything like that? Let it rip.
I don't do any shit talking in public, and if I do shit talk, it's only to personal friends. But generally, I don't even shit talk anyways. But as far as shoutouts go and stuff like that, I really want to say thank you to everybody who played with me on that team, because they really pulled through as far as dedication to making it to all the matches. because the rock itself, I don't know if people know this or not, I did post about it in the comp forums, but I'm not sure who read that post, but we've been having a lot of internal drama. Rose stepped down from clan leader because he hasn't been able to be on much. We had multiple members quit right after the end of the Stardust tournament because of an incident, and a bunch of other things that have just made the clan extremely unstable, but it's starting to finally stabilize out. And with that now, we're going to be able to look at getting a couple more people interested in the competition. But for the people who did step up to play, even though they weren't great and they knew and it frustrated them, I did give props out to them, because they were the ones to say, hey, this looks like fun, I want to give it a try, and I'm going to stick with it even though I'm not that great with it.
Awesome. Very cool.
You know, we need more teams like that, though, and that's what I'm trying to promote with the Starters Tournament, and the second one, and you can sign up for that in the community forums. But, you know, even if, you know, help the community out, too. Just go into the leagues. We have a smaller, I mean, we have teams that are lower skilled, too, in the leagues. You know, you shouldn't be afraid to go in it and get the experience. You know, there's nothing to lose. It's all about having fun.
Yeah, the biggest problem isn't a dedication to play, it's personal obligations in real life that gets in the way. And unfortunately, I can't pay for my internet connection and my rent with Will to play Quake Wars, so that doesn't really work out.
Yeah. Oh, if I could, I so would.
No kidding. Alright, so thank you, Johnny Mac from Jerky Boys, and thank you, Lemmy Wings from The Rock. Great games tonight. Great games tonight.
No problem.
The Jerky Boys.
Thank you for having us. I just want to make a quick shout out to my boy Lionel Bearcrack, being named after your hairy ass. And as on a personal inside joke within our group, Beef Missile, you're my quote-unquote buddy.
Okay. Alright, so...
Thank you guys for having me.
Not a problem. Thank you for being here. Now, with that being said, we're going to wrap up here. Tune into, remember, every Sunday at 8 now, we have Quake Wars Weekly. It's a live podcast at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on Enemy Territory.tv, and it's a weekly show. It's going to be a podcast. Put on your MP3 player, go to work, listen to it. It's going to be great. You know, we got the video on demand too. By Grease puts it together from his demos, from the shoutcasting, and always look for it weekly. And it's just a great job by Grease. Let's give a clap to him. Alright.
Indeed. Great job there, Greased. I do have one question though, Rain. Will that weekly Quake Wars thing help me pick up chicks? Because that, I mean, if it does, then that's just a pure winner right there.
Yes, it will.
It
As long
actually
as there are absolutely no follow-up questions, the answer is yes.
Okay. Alright, so this is Rain from Project Malice signing off.
And this is GreasedScotsman from Enemy Territory.tv, also signing off, saying have a good night, keep your bungholes tight.
Hey, that wasn't my fault. That was Mr. Garrison who put me in there.
Alright, good night everyone.